season. And you know what? You think I'm going to pick the Bears to lose week 1 against the Aaron Rodgers-less Packers? No way. Win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A place where the Bears have actually played really well over the last number of years. Matt Nagy, offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. No, I got to be somewhat realistic, even though I will go with wins here. Win in a revenge game against the Commanders. Remember last year, that Thursday night game, losing to Carson Wentz? Still sticks in the craw of Bears fans everywhere, but wins over the Vikings, over the Las Vegas Raiders, then coming to SoFi Stadium, where I will be representing there. But you know what? I'm going to give the Chargers the win there. The Saints are a pretty good team. Derek Carr is down there as the quarterback, but wins over the Carolina Panthers. I know everybody loves the Lions this year. Give me a win there before going to Minnesota, getting a loss before the bye week. And then, you know what? It's always a struggle for the Bears coming off the bye week. I'm going to say loss there, but a win over the Cleveland Browns. Matt Eberflus knows what to do, how to handle Deshaun Watson. And look at the way the rest of this schedule, this works out perfectly. Wins over the Cardinals, wins over the Falcons, who I think are actually going to be very good, and close it out. Yeah, but I got the Panthers. This is going to be a sneakily good team, piling up some victories before they go on the road to play the Detroit Lions, take another loss there, and then they got a Miami Dolphins team that I think is going to be very good this season. That will be a loss as well before the bye week, but then it is time for the Houston Texans. A couple of wins right here. You got the Chicago Bears. This is going to be a very interesting game because, of course, the Bears have the first-round pick of the Panthers next season. I think you lose that one. You got the Dallas Cowboys, another tough one, but then you rally with the win over the Tennessee Titans, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This should be pretty evenly matched. The NFC South is so wide open this year. I think it could go either way, but you'll get a win over them. And then you got the Green Bay Packers. I think you'll beat them. Then it's our friends down in Duval County. Lose that one, but finish with the win, with a loss against the Cincinnati Bengals before getting a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, a loss to the Tennessee Titans, but a win over the Baltimore Ravens to level up at 2-2 heading into the bye week, but then a very tough game against the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to go with a loss there. I'm going to go with a loss to the Colts as well, and a loss once again to the Seattle Seahawks, but getting some wins over the Arizona Cardinals, not the Ravens. But a win over the Steelers, a season sweep. I know it's very unusual, but a season sweep over the Steelers, a loss to the Denver Broncos, win over the Rams. I know that Jacksonville is going to be a tough team this year. I'm going to go loss here. Loss to the Chicago Bears as Justin Fields makes his way back to Ohio. And you got the Houston Texans. I got a couple of losses right here before closing it out. Anderson doesn't mean wins right here. Well, not in week 1. I have them taking a loss to the Baltimore Ravens, but getting a win here. A loss to the Jaguars, but coming out beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know a lot of people will be surprised about that, but I think that's a very winnable game for them. Unfortunately, they're going to drop a couple against the Falcons on the road, but at home against the New Orleans Saints before their bye week. And again, it's not going to be an easy stretch, even though the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might be a little down this year. I think there's going to be some losses in there, but eventually this team is going to start to put together some wins. No better time than going up against the Arizona Cardinals, playing at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think is going to be a win, but unfortunately, here comes another tough stretch, but here it is, the Tennessee Titans. This is going to be the one that either makes or breaks the season. I'm going to say a loss right there, but let's look at these last 3 games. I think it's very winnable going up against the Browns. I think it's very winnable, obviously, with what's going to be going on there. I wonder what the storyline. Bad news. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you starting off with a couple of losses. You know, you got a new quarterback. You're trying to feel yourself, trying to get some momentum going. But listen, wins against the Titans, a win against the Jags, a win against the Browns. Now you're 3-4 and you're feeling pretty good. But you know what? I've seen this movie before. Loss against the Saints, a loss of the Carolina Panthers. Here comes New England, the bye week, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, Cincinnati, probably the best team in the AFC. Pittsburgh, Atlanta. I really like Atlanta this year. I am so sorry. Now, I know it looks bad.